What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Manna with Monday. We're continuing our series in Matthew 8, looking through verses 14 through 17. So let's just get right into it. So Jesus heals many. And when Jesus entered Peter's house, he saw his mother in law lying sick with the fever. He touched her hand, and the fever left her, and she rose and began to serve him. That evening, they brought to him many who were oppressed by demons, and he cast out the spirits with the word and healed all who were sick. This was to fulfill what was spoken by the prophet Isaiah. He took our illness and bore our diseases. So, short, a little few verses, but they bring a lot of reflection for me personally. So let's start with um, Peter's mother-in-law being healed. And the most interesting thing that I see here is that just alone with the touch, just a touch of her hand, the fever left her. But what's really interesting to me is that she rose and began to serve him. So many times in my life, I've prayed for different things, and God has come through. And my first response wasn't necessarily to serve him. It was sort of just to kind of sit in the fact that maybe my things are better and like just a wow factor, but service was definitely not on my mind. And this is just a call to me just to continue to, um, whenever I do get blessed or whenever there is healing for anything in my life, I need to recognize it and find a way to serve. And, it's not like a thing that I have to. Obviously, it's a choice that Peter's mother-in-law decided to do, but um, the healing was so great to her that she just went straight to serve, went back to her purpose. And so for me, it's just when Christ heals the things in my life, I need to be in a position of service, whether it's helping someone or maybe doing something like this, sharing testimony. Um, I always got to be in a position to serve. um, Moving on to the second part about this, and I'll kind of wrap it up. Um, with these 2 points into one final point in the end. We see that just with the word, Jesus was able to cast out spirits and heal people who were sick. And in 17 talks about how this was, this was prophesied back in Isaiah. So we see he came to do what he said he was going to do. He came to be who he was always supposed to be. And I really like this because a lot of times in our lives when we need healing, when we have some of us might not be demon possessed, but we have definitely evil presence and evil things in our heart. Just a word from Christ can do away with all that. And so when we go to Him and ask for prayer, um, one thing I think about is like, Lord, can you please do this? And it's never a matter if He can or not. It's just, will you? And like do this for me, please. I know you can do it. And some like a prayer that I usually don't pray in my own personal life is I pray for so many different specific things, but I never just pray for just a word or a touch. And this verse or this section encouraged me just to, a touch and a word is good enough. Sometimes we go through things in life where we don't even know what to say. We don't even know what to pray for. We just know we feel bad and we want to feel better, and we can't. We've done things in our lives to try and make ourselves feel better or, help our own situations, but nothing is working. So for me, when I get in those moments when I feel like that, I just want to just pray, to our Savior and say, Lord, I read in your word that, a touch can heal, a word can heal. So just touch my situation, speak a word of my situation. I don't even know what to ask for, but just, we can just ask for a word or a touch, and that's just enough, and we have to also come humble knowing that a touch and a word is way better than whatever we can do for ourselves. Because we can try and pray like this mega prayer, but sometimes we're just asking for and understanding that I just need a touch. I don't know what He's going to do, but 10 times out of 10, a touch or a word from Him is way better than whatever we can do. So if there's nothing else you left with this video, it's shorter, not really too much to break down, but if there's anything you leave, just understand um, Jesus can touch, and He can speak something over your situation, just a word, and it can change your situation. I mean, this wasn't just like a feel good, quick hit of just a emotion or happiness. This was people who were oppressed by demons, whatever that may look like. It may look like grief. They could have, wanted to um, do things to themselves or do things to other people. It's just people, these spirits and they were really harming. And these people, it says they were oppressed. So it was day after day, just fighting a battle against thoughts or the devil. So these this isn't just something, that's just, it's this power that Christ has. That's the power of just the word. If it can do that, it can do so much in our situation, because most of us maybe aren't dealing with that. But for those who are, a word can heal your situation. A word can heal an illness. We see that also in verse 16. And also, when we do get that healing, always be in a position to serve, because that's what he came to do. And if we're Christian, we're trying to be like him, and he was always in a position to serve. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.